This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us in Athens, Ohio, Peden Stadium, home to the Ohio Bobcats. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Ohio Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Ohio's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
The Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Unloads to the right. The sure hands, it's Johnson. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The give to the lone running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Rides to back and leaves it. They stop him again, and not only that, they've made this 4th down that much harder. And the Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Cougars offense will go to work for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, Dave.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Dropping back, it's Duggar. That's caught. It's Pittman. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Turner. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10.
Good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Bond.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Turner. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Gets rid of it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Athens, Ohio, but let's just go with notable. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our men at Payton Stadium.
The Bobcats will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This is a designed run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Handoff from the gun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Wants to throw, it's Duggar. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Brought down at the 1 yard line. 1st and goal, Washington State.
We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Washington found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Huskies football today. Those folks in Seattle won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Bobcats will hustle to the line. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Here's the handoff. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw again. Looking to get it in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Ohio!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
Turning it on! Picks up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. And they'll take a knee. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay.